All right, let's talk about players the Detroit Lions should consider trading right along, or I'd say trading because you're going to get something in return. Let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I appreciate the love and support. And Detroit Lions Talk playlist, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Okay, so we go break it into positions. All right, only players that I think is worth something. All right, obviously we already had the conversation about Swift before. You get angry about Swift. My hair getting long now. Think about growing it out, like I said before. But the longer my hair grows, the better it look. That's what I like about it. But let's look at it, man. I do appreciate you guys. Shout out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the bell icon button. Try to get all notification gang. I got an ad-free browser now showing ads. So here we go. Let's look at the team. All right. So I think let's start off with Amani Oruwariye, okay? You got a lot of really, really good young corners. And when you talk about Amani Oruwariye, I believe a contract is coming up soon. So I think you got to make the decision if you want to pay him. So overall, I think he could be a really good number 2, okay? I think he is good under the circumstances. I think in the second half last week, I'm not sure overall, with Justin Fields got predominantly the majority of his yards in the first half. Okay, he had some catches in the second half, but they was few far in between. So people say, well, he getting cooked too, and people let him get away with being cooked too. But I just think it's a product of them not getting pressure. When they able to get pressure and they able to try to push the pocket on some quarterbacks, I think he thrive. And remember with Oruwariye too, he only 25. You gotta remember he only started 1 year at Penn State. People tend to forget that he only started 1 year at Penn State. So he and then really his rookie season, he didn't play but like a game or two or a few down the stretch. So he was injured the majority of his rookie season. So I mean, when you talking about him realistically, I think you can sign him for a good price. He ain't Darrelle Revis, but he still got that potential. So he got 1 more year on the contract. So in reality, he only started 1 season coming into this season so far. And you can look at his contract. He only started 1 season. I found that line blue on stream. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? He only started 1 season. Look, the rookie season, he was pretty much out. His second season was the season he started. And then obviously, this year he going strong so far, as far as health. So he got 1 more season left. So you got to make that decision. Do we pay him pretty good? We pay him what, top 20, top 15 money now, or let it play out and he dominate next, and he dominate 2022, and you got to pay him the record breaking the top 10, top 5 money. That's the question. Okay. Do I? I'm always a promoter jumping in front of stuff. I always like to use the Joe Flacco thing as an example, where the season they could have paid Joe Flacco good money. The season before he won the Super Bowl, they wanted to wait and prove. And then they had to pay Joe Flacco record-breaking money. That was the end. Baltimore, that core. So honestly, do you want to just pay him now? But also, you always got the situation where you pay somebody and they get injured. Who they just paid and he got injured? The line, Tyrell Williams. There was somebody else they paid. He just got injured. Frank Ragnow. They paid Ragnow record-breaking money for a center. He got injured. So it's always in the back of the Forest head and the Lions head that we paying these guys and they could get injured. So I think they're gonna play it out, and I think he's just gonna continue to get better. Honestly, if the front seven was Tampa Bay good, you know what I'm saying? This dude would probably be top 10 corner, top 12. All right, and if you do think about trading him, let's say you in the mind thought of not paying him, well, maybe Tampa will give you a first round pick for him, second round pick for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going no lower than the second round pick because I believe in his potential, but I'm not a promoter of trading him right now. So it's a no for me, but let me know what you guys think. We're going by position. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's a no for me. So you got a lot of young guys, then we talk about trading him. We talking about the young guys, Jerry Jacobs, AJ Parker, okay, Bobby Price, which he had a tough couple weeks ago, but it's a learning curve for him. I think he get better. Right now, Jerry Jacobs and AJ Parker, they are the future. And then also you talk about a guy like that's not on here because he's on injured reserve. Is it Melifonte? So really, you can afford to play with Amani Oruwariye and play with Jeff Okudah. You can, because you got some cheap guys in the back that's cheap. And also there's the sophomore slump and stuff of that nature. But Melifonte, man, I think he the real deal, bro. You know, then you got some, when I say play with him, not necessarily trade him, cut him. I mean, you can switch position, safety, like y'all say, for Jeff Okuda. I mean, like I said before, the cornerback is the strongest position on this team. So I think it's the strongest position other than running back. There's a lot of talent there. So we can bring Okuda back at safety. And I don't think Okuda's slow. I just think he thinking more than he able to play with his instincts. So that slows him down. I think he's playing enough fast enough before the injury. You think about guys like Michael Brockers. I mean, I would say no. Maybe, I would say no. I think some teams would be interested. Jason Cornell, he finally playing this year. I think he probably active after suspension. I mean, would anybody have any interest in Nick Williams, Jason Cornell, or Brockers? I think Brockers maybe, but not right. I don't know. But I would just keep that core together to teach Anna Zorky, Aleem. I keep some of them guys. Jonah Jackson, though. High Tie. I mean, when you look at High Tie's contract, hold on real quick. You got some injuries, but he's been pitiful. He's been pitiful as far as Pro Football Focus rankings, and he been one of the worst offensive linemen out there in the league, not for the Detroit Lions, in the league. So you look, when somebody wants some fool's gold, I mean, because you look at his contract, he got one more year. I mean, after this year, you can cut him. You can cut him. Potential out. The dead money not that bad. So after this year, he can be cut, and he ain't lived up to the bill. So when you talk about High Top, maybe somebody want to take a chance on him. Versatility, left tackle, right tackle, guard. So, but he been amongst the worst rated offensive linemen in the National Football League. So something to think about there. But I don't think too many people want to light fire on him. But if you take a flyer on him, guess what? You can cut him after next year. That's the selling point. I mean, you keep going. I don't think any linebackers, anybody want them, honestly, right now. Scott Daly, I don't think nobody wanted a long snapper. Link Panensi's been playing. When he get an opportunity, Panensi's playing well. I think they need to find a way to get him more snaps across the defensive line. I mean, obviously this guy's in the thumbnail, so let's have this conversation about Mr. Trey Flowers. I mean, obviously it's been some talk about teams should be trading think about trading for Trey Flowers. I mean, you naturally look at New England. Look at Kansas City. Okay, that's what you're trying to look at: New England, Kansas City, Oakland. I mean, with Las Vegas now. Buffalo as the least pass rusher, even though them young guys playing well. Russo and so you look at those type of guys. I mean, it's a potential out after this year. It's $12 million in dead cap, but I think they eat that money. Now, as far as getting traded, I'm not sure. But I think he'd be going after next year. He don't fit the scheme. So it ain't all. I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's a prime candidate to get cut or to get traded. And I mean, honestly, we'll see. It's not personal. He seemed like a good guy. He's been staying out the news, and he seemed like a really, really good dude, man. It ain't nothing personal. People get mad in the comment section. They take shit personal. It's not personal. It's sports. It's business. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal about Trey Flowers, but he don't fit the scheme. He need to go somewhere in the 4-3 scheme where he put his hand in his dirt. Obviously, you're not going to trade him in a division. I mean, teams with championship hopes, you're probably thinking that Los Angeles Rams, you're probably thinking guys like Arizona, but they play more of the same scheme. We play 3-4, so you're probably thinking Rams. You're probably thinking about Buffalo, the Raiders, the Chiefs, teams like that. So nothing personal with them. I hope you don't take stuff personal that I say or people say. It's just business, bro. You just didn't live up to the bill. That's not your fault. Who gonna say they offer you record breaking money? Who gonna say, oh no, they want the money? Get the money. I'm not mad at you. I don't never get mad at anybody taking the money. Keep going down. Obviously they're not gonna trade Jared Goff. Okay, so I'm not gonna have that conversation. He had a conversation about DeAndre Swift. Y'all got mad. Oh, he's the best player on the team, which most of y'all don't know shit about football. No way. And when I would say is Jamal Williams the best running back, somebody got mad at Twitter. I said, by what statistic isn't Jamal Williams better than as a running back? And Swift is a receiver out the backfield. DeAndre Williams is a better running back, but people don't know nothing about football. So, Swift, all he do is he able to get those those runs off of Jamal Williams and catching the ball at the backfield. Williams wearing down the defense. Other than that, you look at Tracy Walker, you look at Will Harris. I don't think nobody want Will Harris. Tracy Walker is a guy who's been playing well, so I don't think trade him right now is the answer. But you talk about a guy, other than that, people say TJ Hawkinson. I mean, let's talk about TJ Hawkinson. I think, what's old boy name? Mike Valenti said, well, what about TJ Hawkinson? My thing is this. I mean, finding a tight end is a dime a dozen, but finding a tight end who has the athleticism and the catching ability and the blocking ability of TJ Hawkinson is rare. So are you really going to get a top 10 pick for TJ Hawkinson? Are you going to get a top 10 pick for TJ Hawkinson? Are you going to get a top you're not gonna get a first round pick for TJ Hawkinson, I don't believe. So the value's not there trading him. He's young, 24 years old. He got one more year in his contract left. So you're going to have to pay him. Or are you going to pay him record-breaking contract money? I don't know. Especially if you're still in a rebuild. This team could have won some football games. Let's be real. This team could win some football games, and they ain't won those football games, but to me, I think they're closer than what people think with the quarterback. So that's about it. When you talk about TJ Hawkinson, ask yourself the question, do you want to pay him record-breaking tight end money? Because he's going to break the bank there. But then again, the value is not there for TJ Hawkinson to trade him. So do we let him walk? Do we pay him? At this point, I pay him, honestly. You know what I'm saying? He could be a quarterback's best friend and running back's best friend and blocking. That's what a lot of people don't understand, bro. Like a guy like DeAndre Swift, I'm not paying him unless he showed me something as a running back. Now that's the Alvin Kamara time. I'm not paying a breaking record running back money, but that's just my opinion there. Okay, so honestly, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you want to advertise, video requests, chop it up. I'm on links there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Best way to donate, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All my social media links in the description. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Other than that, one time for one time. Peace. Check out the Trail Line Stop.